On the grass of Stadio Friuli, the 2025 UEFA Super Cup turned into an unforgettable summer night with a script full of drama. Paris Saint-Germain and Tottenham delivered a clash that was both tactically intense and emotionally charged. Every pass, every substitution decision could shift the momentum. One side persisted with their signature possession-based play, while the other ruthlessly exploited the power of set pieces. And in that stifling atmosphere, an unimaginable comeback gradually took shape, etched deeply into the memories of fans. From the opening minutes, Tottenham showed they didn't come to Udine for sightseeing. Within the first 10 minutes, Spurs went direct, pushing the ball forward instead of building slowly. A momentary lapse from Hakimi with the misplaced pass gave Pedro Porro a chance to nearly open the scoring, signaling the danger of their early pressing. Spurs organized high pressing whenever Lucas Chevalier distributed the ball, with a standout feature being the powerful throw-ins of Kevin Danso, a clear hallmark of Thomas Frank's football. On PSG's left flank, Barcola repeatedly tried to get past the Romero-Danso duo. But despite predictions of a tough night, Danso was well supported, as Barcola's dribbles lacked the extraordinary edge. PSG dominated possession with nearly 70% of the ball, but showed clear rustiness after a long break from friendlies. Their combinations had intent but lacked speed and precision. Spurs deliberately ceded control to PSG, but, when needed, unleashed dangerous counterattacks and shots toward the French side's goal. And what had to happen? The turning point came in the 39th minute. Spurs executed a textbook set piece. Cudis won a physical duel with Nuno Mendes to earn a free kick from distance. Vicario sent a deep, long pass into the box. Romero rose high for a header back across. Paulinho's close-range volley was brilliantly saved by Chevalier, hitting the bar, but Mickey van de Ven pounced like lightning to tap in the rebound, opening the score at 1-0 for Spurs. In the final minutes of the first half, Tottenham maintained a solid defensive block, preventing PSG from registering a single shot on target, a rare occurrence under Luis Enrique, only the 5th time in 119 matches. Early in the second half, Tottenham continued their sharpness in set pieces. In the 48th minute, Pedro Porro delivered a free kick to the far post, where Christian Romero broke free from his marker to head back across goal. Lucas Chevalier, on his PSG debut, mishandled the ball, letting it slip from his hands into the net, making it 2-0 for Spurs. This was clear evidence of the identity Thomas Frank is crafting. Both goals came from center-backs and set pieces, completely contrasting the possession philosophy of predecessor Ange Postecoglou. Trailing 0-2, Luis Enrique was forced to act. In the 60th minute, he pulled Kvaratskhelia and brought on Fabian Ruiz, restructuring the attack into a clear front three of Desire Doué, Bradley Barcola, and Ousmane Dembele, while pushing the vertical passing tempo higher. In the minutes that followed, PSG created a series of breathtaking chances, but their finish failed to find Vicario's net even once. As time ticked away, both teams made strategic substitutions. PSG introduced Lee Kong-in and young striker Ibrahim Bey, while Spurs brought on Archie Gray for Paulinho and Dominic Solanke for Richarlison. Tottenham then shifted to a 5-3-2, ceding the flanks to PSG. In the 85th minute, a turning point arrived. Lee Kong-in, just minutes after coming on, received the ball outside the box and unleashed a precise left-footed shot into the bottom corner, beating Vicario to narrow the score to 1-2. The stadium erupted, and PSG continued to pile forward. From the 87th to the 90th minute +3, the tension was palpable. Christian Romero repeatedly disrupted the game's rhythm with falls and time wasting. Bey had a slight collision with Danso in the box, but it wasn't enough for a penalty. The drama peaked in the 94th minute when Hakimi surged down the right and played a ball to Dembele. With Spence half a step slow, Dembele whipped in a cross that skimmed past the face of goal. Goncalo Ramos, positioned like a classic number 9, headed it into the net to level the score at 2-2. Dembele narrowly escaped an offside call, and the goal sent the PSG stands into a frenzy. In the 96th minute, the referee's whistle ended the match at 2-2. Per UEFA Super Cup rules, the draw led straight to a penalty shootout without extra time. Tottenham showed signs of exhaustion, while PSG were riding a wave of exhilaration, but time didn't allow for a complete rout. In the 90 minutes, the atmosphere before the shootout was electric. Tottenham went first, with their fans packed behind The goal, Thomas Frank took a few seconds for a quick huddle, while set-piece specialist Andreas Kakian spoke separately, discussing tactics and psychology with each player. On the other side, Lucas Chevalier prepared for the most critical mental test of his career, while Vicario was cheered on by Spurs fans chanting his name to boost his morale. In the first round, Dominic Solanke stepped up for Spurs, striking a high shot to the right, giving Chevalier no chance. Vitinha opened for PSG but scuffed his shot, grazing the right post and going out a huge advantage for Spurs. In the second round, Rodrigo Bentancur Cooley switched corners to deceive the goalkeeper. Goncalo Ramos responded with a powerful shot straight down the middle, narrowing the score to 1-2. In the third round, Mickey van de Ven's weak shot was read and saved by Chevalier, keeping it at 2-1. Dembele stayed cool, tricking Vicario. With a low shot to level the score at 2-2, Spurs lost their psychological edge. In the pivotal fourth round, Mathys Tel's stuttering run-up sent the ball wide of the post, keeping the score at 2-2, giving PSG their first chance to take the lead. Lee Kong-in then showed ice-cold composure, striking hard and low into the corner for 3-2 to PSG. In the fifth round, Pedro Porro had to succeed to keep hopes alive and did so with a fierce shot into the top of the net. In the decisive moment, Nuno Mendes struck decisively, securing PSG's title with a 4-3 shootout victory. The crowning moment capped a dramatic comeback. Luis Enrique sprinted toward the PSG Ultra section, celebrating wildly. "We are the champions," echoed across the stadium. Marquinhos lifted the trophy amid a shower of silver confetti. On the other side, Christian Romero and Kevin Danso stood quietly, their eyes teary as the Super Cup dream slipped away. Tottenham under Thomas Frank continued to showcase their set-piece prowess. Frank ball, with both goals stemming from set pieces or second balls. Centre-backs Romero and Van directly made their mark, maximizing aerial dominance and positioning. Without the ball, Spurs shifted to a 5-3-2 with high defensive discipline, creating a rare statistic. PSG had no shots on target in the first half under Luis Enrique's reign. For PSG, their champions' resilience shone through. The 60th minute, substitution of Fabian Ruiz made ball circulation smoother and less predictable. Lee Kong-in provided attacking impetus with the goal that closed the gap, while Dembele rediscovered his spark at the crucial moment with the precise outside-of-the-foot cross. Goncalo Ramos embodied the classic 6-yard box striker with a textbook header to equalize and force the shootout. Individually, Spurs had bright spots. Spence excelled in one-on-one defending. Matterser effectively neutralized Vitinha. Vicario made crucial saves, and Romero, as the new captain, inspired while succumbing. Two moments of hot-headedness. For PSG, Lucas Chevalier, despite a mistake on the second goal, earned points with his penalty save against Van de Ven. When asked about the final minutes of the second half, Thomas Frank said, "I want to look at it from a different perspective. We played a great game. We were up against probably the best team in the world. We kept them where we wanted for about 80 minutes until we scored to make it to 2-1. There are many positives. I'm very proud of the team. The players, the club, the fans have a lot to be happy about. It's like flipping a coin in a penalty shootout." Frank also expressed a desire for new signings in the final days of the transfer window. "We want to strengthen the squad, no doubt about it. We're working as hard as we can to see if we can make that happen. Overall, I'm happy with the squad, but in every transfer window, you want to see if you can make your team stronger." From trailing 0-2 to drawing to 2-2 and winning for 2-3 in the shootout, PSG turned the Udine night into a dramatic coronation. The match epitomized a familiar but ever-true message at the highest level: technique and tactics are only half the battle. Resilience and timely adjustments determine victory. As the final whistle blew, Dembele smiled, draping the trophy over his shoulder. Marquinhos raised the Super Cup under the Italian night sky, and the Stadio Friuli resounded with "We are the champions," closing a football night where both sides left the pitch with something to be proud of.